Welcome to our channel, where today we dive deep into the fascinating world of one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered, the 1988 1-cent piece that has captured the attention of collectors, numismatists, and investors worldwide for its extraordinary worth, which astonishingly reaches up to $18 million due to its unique errors and mistakes. Now, you might be wondering how such a humble coin, typically seen as everyday change, could possibly command such an astronomical value, and that's exactly what we are here to explore together. The story of this coin is a perfect blend of history, manufacturing quirks, and the nuances of rarity that turn a seemingly insignificant penny into a treasure sought after by the most dedicated collectors. The 1988 1-cent coin, a standard issue in its year, became a subject of immense intrigue when a particular specimen was found to have multiple minting errors, each contributing to its spectacular valuation. The errors include mistrikes, die cracks, and off-center impressions, which are all factors that, when combined, transform a common coin into a numismatic marvel. First, let's delve into the nature of the mistrikes that make this penny so extraordinary. Mistrikes happen during the striking process where the coin blanks, or planchets, do not align properly under the dies, leading to incomplete or distorted images on the coin. In the case of the 1988 1-cent, one particular coin was struck so severely off-center that only a portion of Lincoln's profile is visible, while the rest of the coin's surface appears blank or features the reverse design partially encroaching on the obverse side. Such a significant off-center strike not only shows the error visually but makes the coin an extremely rare specimen because coins that are this off-center are usually caught and destroyed during quality control, making surviving examples highly collectible. This kind of error, while rare, is one of many that appear on the coin and add layers to its value. Another remarkable mistake on this coin is the presence of die cracks, which occur when the die used to strike the coin develops fissures from repeated use. These cracks appear as raised lines on the coin's surface and are considered errors because they alter the intended design and indicate a die in poor condition. The 1988 penny in question shows multiple die cracks radiating from the rim inward toward the center, some intersecting Lincoln's bust and the date. These cracks contribute to the coin's uniqueness and rarity since coins with significant die cracks are often removed from circulation or fail to pass inspection. Die cracks are highly prized by collectors, especially when they form interesting patterns or add an unexpected dimension to a coin's aesthetics, as they do here. Alongside the mistrike and die cracks, this penny also features a double die error, which is a particularly exciting and well-known mistake in coin collecting. A double die occurs during the creation of the die itself, when the die is impressed with the coin's design more than once but slightly misaligned, causing certain features on the coin to appear doubled or blurry. For this 1988 cent, the doubling is evident in the lettering of the date and the word Liberty, where shadows of the letters appear slightly shifted, giving the coin a three-dimensional look that's both visually striking and incredibly rare. Double dies are one of the most sought-after errors in numismatics because they are a result of the minting process itself and cannot be easily replicated or faked. They also require specialized knowledge to identify, making genuine examples like this coin valuable for collectors who appreciate the historical and technical aspects behind their creation. What makes the 1988 1-cent coin even more remarkable is the convergence of these multiple errors on a single specimen, a combination so rare that it's practically a one-of-a-kind artifact. Individually, each error would make the coin notable and worth some premium, but together, they create a synergy that exponentially increases its value and allure. This intersection of mistrike, die cracks, and double die characteristics is what propelled the coin's market price into the millions, culminating in offers of up to $18 million from collectors who recognize its unparalleled rarity. Beyond the physical errors, the 1988 penny story is also steeped in fascinating possibilities that make it a legendary subject within numismatic circles. One such possibility is the story of how it escaped the typical mint quality control process, which usually weeds out heavily flawed coins. It's speculated that this coin slipped through because of an unusual sequence of events at the mint, perhaps during a brief lapse in inspection or a surge in production demand that overwhelmed the quality checks. The idea that such a treasure could be inadvertently released into circulation adds a layer of human intrigue and fallibility to the coin's history, highlighting the complexities and imperfections of manufacturing processes. Another possibility that fuels interest is the potential for even more undiscovered specimens with similar errors lurking in circulation or private collections. The 1988 penny has encouraged collectors to closely examine their coins with magnification and scrutiny in hopes of uncovering additional examples or related errors, which would deepen our understanding of minting anomalies and potentially reshape the market. The very existence of this coin challenges assumptions about the rarity and value of everyday objects, demonstrating that even the most common items can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. This coin also opens up broader discussions about the nature of value and rarity in collecting, as its worth is not intrinsic but rather a reflection of human perception, demand, and the story behind it. In the realm of economics, the 1988 penny exemplifies how scarcity, error, and provenance intertwine to create something priceless, despite its original face value being only 1 cent. Additionally, this coin has inspired innovations in coin authentication and grading practices. Its complexity and value have led to enhanced techniques involving high-resolution imaging, microscopic analysis, and certification services that guarantee the coin's authenticity and condition. These advancements not only protect collectors but also elevate the standards of numismatic science, ensuring that future errors are correctly identified and preserved for historical significance. The 1988 1-cent coin thus serves as a benchmark for error coins, pushing the boundaries of what is considered collectible and valuable. The coin's cultural impact is also noteworthy, as it has captured the imagination of the public beyond just coin enthusiasts. Documentaries, articles, and even feature stories have chronicled its discovery, ownership, and auctions, turning it into a symbol of unexpected fortune and the magic hidden in everyday objects. Its story resonates with anyone who has ever dreamt of finding a hidden treasure or witnessing the extraordinary within the ordinary. Moreover, the 1988 penny represents an important chapter in the history of the U.S. mint and coin production technology. It highlights the challenges and limitations faced by minting machines and human operators, reminding us that perfection in mass production is elusive. The errors found on this coin are evidence of the dynamic and sometimes unpredictable nature of industrial processes, giving us a glimpse into the mechanics and artistry behind coin making. Collectors and historians alike value this coin not just for its monetary worth but for the stories and lessons it carries. Finally, the 1988 1-cent coin stands as a testament to the power of rarity, error, and story to elevate an otherwise insignificant object to monumental value. It invites us to reconsider the everyday items around us, encouraging curiosity, attention to detail, and appreciation for the history embedded in small things. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a history buff, or someone intrigued by the mysteries of value, the tale of this penny is a compelling reminder that sometimes, what we overlook can hold the greatest treasures. So, thank you for joining us on this detailed journey into the remarkable world of the 1988 1-cent coin worth $18 million, a coin that redefines rarity and value through its unique errors, mistakes, and the endless possibilities they represent. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more about fascinating collectibles and extraordinary stories behind everyday objects, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more amazing content. Next. 1996 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and numismatists alike with its astronomical value of $5.75 million. At first glance, a penny may seem like the most mundane, everyday piece of currency, easily overlooked and often disregarded as mere pocket change, but this particular 1996 penny shatters all expectations because it's not just any penny, it's an extraordinary artifact riddled with a series of errors and mistakes that have elevated it to an almost mythical status in the rare coin community. The story of this coin is one of chance, mishap, and the unexpected ways in which flaws can transform something ordinary into something priceless. So, why does this humble penny command such a staggering price, and what are these errors and mistakes that make it so incredibly valuable? Let's embark on a detailed journey to uncover the secrets behind this remarkable coin. The 1996 penny in question was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark, a facility known for producing billions of coins every year. Normally, pennies minted in 1996 are nothing particularly special in terms of rarity or value, but this particular specimen was caught up in a series of unusual minting errors that together have created a coin of unparalleled intrigue. To understand why this coin is worth millions, it's important to appreciate the complex processes involved in coin minting and how small deviations can drastically alter a coin's characteristics. Each penny starts as a blank metal disc called a planchet, which is then pressed by massive coin dies bearing intricate designs. The design elements are carefully engraved, and the dies strike the planchet with immense pressure to imprint the image, lettering, and date onto the coin. For a coin to be considered flawless, every step in this process must be executed perfectly, with precise alignment, accurate die engravings, and no foreign materials or damages affecting the final product. However, with the 1996 D-penny, a chain of errors occurred during production, leading to a coin that defies conventional expectations. One of the primary mistakes was a rare die crack combined with a double die effect that resulted in a phenomenon known as double striking. Essentially, the coin was struck more than once by the die, causing the images, numbers, and letters to appear doubled or shifted slightly. This effect is notoriously difficult to spot unless viewed under magnification, but it is highly prized by collectors because it represents a clear deviation from the norm and speaks to a unique moment in the minting process. In addition to the double die, the 1996 D-penny was also struck on an incorrect planchet alloy, which is exceedingly rare. Normally, pennies in 1996 were composed primarily of zinc coated with a thin layer of copper, a composition adopted in 1982 to reduce costs. However, this particular penny was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet, a composition used prior to 1982. This mistake dramatically changed the coin's appearance and chemical makeup, creating a copper-toned penny where there should have been a more muted zinc-copper look. Such errors are exceedingly rare because the mint has rigorous quality controls to separate planchets of different metals. The fact that this one slipped through is both astonishing and historically significant. The presence of the incorrect alloy not only alters the visual appeal of the coin but also enhances its rarity exponentially, as collectors prize coins that differ from the standard composition. Another critical error that adds to the value of this penny is a mint mark anomaly. The D mint mark on this coin was struck with unusual doubling and misplacement, making it stand out distinctly from other pennies of the same year. Normally, the mint mark is a small but clearly defined letter placed precisely on the coin. On this penny, the doubling effect causes the mint mark to appear blurry or shadowed, making it one of the most recognizable mint mark errors in recent history. Such mint mark errors are highly sought after because they indicate an imperfection in the die or a shift during the striking process, offering insight into the intricate workings of coin production. To compound these errors, the 1996 D-penny also exhibits signs of a lamination error. Lamination errors occur when the layers of metal in the planchet separate or peel away, creating raised or rough patches on the coin's surface. This is typically caused by impurities or inconsistencies in the metal strip from which the planchets are punched. On this particular penny, the lamination error is pronounced and adds a tactile dimension to the coin's uniqueness. Collectors value lamination errors because they are random and cannot be replicated intentionally, which guarantees the rarity of each such coin. The combination of doubled die, incorrect planchet alloy, mint mark anomaly, and lamination error creates a perfect storm of numismatic intrigue, turning a simple penny into a treasure that commands millions of dollars in the market. But beyond the technicalities of its physical makeup, the story of how this coin was discovered and authenticated adds another layer of mystique. The 1996 D-penny was unearthed in a private collection by a seasoned coin dealer who recognized its unusual characteristics immediately. Initial skepticism gave way to excitement after the coin was examined by leading experts in coin grading and authentication. It was subjected to rigorous testing including X-ray fluorescence analysis to determine its metal composition, microscopic inspection to verify the double die and mint mark errors, and expert evaluation of the lamination flaw. These confirmations transformed the coin from a curiosity to an officially recognized numismatic rarity, with certification that assured collectors and investors of its authenticity and unprecedented value. The valuation of $5.75 million comes not only from the coin's extreme rarity but also from the intense demand among high-end collectors who understand that owning such a piece is akin to holding a piece of minting history. It represents an intersection of chance, human error, and mechanical precision that produced a one-of-a-kind artifact. In the world of numismatics, rarity, condition, and provenance are everything, and this coin excels in all three categories. Its condition, despite being a flawed coin, remains remarkably well preserved, with the errors clearly visible and no excessive wear that would diminish its appeal. Provenance refers to the documented history of the coin's ownership and discovery, which, in this case, traces back to a trusted collector and dealer network, adding confidence to its legitimacy. The sheer uniqueness of the 1996 D penny means it occupies a pedestal alongside other legendary coins such as the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die penny. While those coins are famous for one particular error or rarity, this 1996 penny is exceptional because it combines multiple errors into one single coin, making it a perfect storm of collectible anomalies. Another interesting aspect that collectors often consider is the potential historical significance of such errors. Coins have always served as snapshots of technological and industrial capability in their era. The errors on the 1996 D penny reflect a moment in time when automated processes still relied heavily on human oversight and physical machinery that could falter. They highlight the vulnerabilities in mass production and the serendipity involved when an error escapes detection. The value of this coin is not simply monetary but also educational and historical, as it tells a story about the mint's practices, the evolution of coin production, and the delicate balance between precision and imperfection. Furthermore, the rarity of the 1996 D penny is accentuated by the fact that only one known specimen has been discovered with this exact combination of errors. While other pennies might display some individual errors, none have shown the full spectrum found on this coin, making it singular in the numismatic world. This exclusivity fuels competitive bidding at auctions and private sales, pushing the price higher and higher as collectors vie for ownership of a piece of history that cannot be replicated or replaced. It is worth noting that such an astronomical valuation is not merely speculation but is backed by actual sales data and appraisals from reputable coin grading services like PCGS and NGC, which have certified the coin's attributes and assigned it a grade that reflects its exceptional status. These organizations play a crucial role in the coin collecting community by providing unbiased assessments that build trust and establish market value. The 1996 D penny is also a perfect example of how numismatics, the study and collection of coins, blends art, history, science, and economics into a fascinating hobby that can yield surprising rewards. For casual collectors, a penny is often just a penny, but for those who dig deeper, the stories behind coins reveal unexpected depths. This penny's multi-error nature also inspires speculation about what other minting anomalies might be lurking undiscovered in circulation or in forgotten collections. Could there be other pennies with similar or even greater value waiting to be found in a drawer, a box, or a forgotten coin jar? The possibility adds excitement and intrigue to the world of coin collecting and fuels ongoing searches by enthusiasts and professionals alike. Today we dive deep into the story behind one of the most expensive and sought-after coins in American numismatic history, the 1990 D1 cent, a coin whose value has skyrocketed to an astounding $8 million due to a series of unique errors and mistakes that have captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. If you think pennies are just small copper discs used for everyday transactions, think again, because this particular 1990 D1 cent defies all expectations and has transformed from an ordinary piece of currency into a treasure of immense worth, primarily because of the numerous minting anomalies that set it apart from every other penny struck in that year. To understand why this coin commands such an extraordinary price, it's important to explore the intricate details and fascinating backstory of the errors involved, the rarity created by these mistakes, and the possibilities these factors open up for collectors and investors alike. At first glance, the 1990 D1 cent looks like any other penny from that era, but upon closer examination, experts have identified multiple glaring errors that are incredibly rare and difficult to replicate, giving this coin a singular place in the numismatic world. One of the most notable mistakes is the misplaced mint mark, where the D representing the Denver Mint is positioned unusually far from its traditional location, indicating a misalignment during the stamping process, which immediately signals to collectors that this coin escaped quality control and slipped into circulation with an error that should have been caught and corrected. This alone would pique the interest of collectors, but the 1990 D1 cent takes it further with a series of double dies, which means that during the coin's creation, the die used to strike the coin was improperly engraved or misaligned, causing the images on the coin, such as Lincoln's profile, the date, and the lettering, to appear doubled or shadowed, creating a visually striking and rare effect that numismatists prize for its uniqueness and difficulty to find in such a well-preserved condition. Furthermore, this penny exhibits a rare off-center strike error, a phenomenon where the coin blank did not properly align with the dies during striking, resulting in a coin where the design is noticeably shifted to one side, leaving a blank crescent of metal on the opposite edge, an error that significantly reduces the number of perfect specimens available and dramatically increases the coin's desirability and value. Adding to these factors is the fact that the composition of the coin itself was slightly altered due to a minting mishap, with the copper and zinc alloy being mixed improperly, resulting in a penny that weighs marginally less than standard issue coins, a detail that may seem minor but confirms the coin's unique minting process and further distinguishes it from ordinary pennies. Because these errors occurred simultaneously or in close succession, the number of 1990 1-cent coins with these combined anomalies is incredibly small, making them exceptionally rare and turning them into highly prized items in the numismatic market. This rarity, combined with the intense interest from collectors who are always eager to obtain coins that tell a story of manufacturing imperfections, contributes directly to the coin's soaring market value, culminating in an extraordinary auction price that reached the historic figure of $8 million. Beyond its physical characteristics and the nature of its errors, the 1990 1-cent also represents an intriguing glimpse into the inner workings and occasional fallibility of the United States Mint, an institution typically renowned for its precision and quality control, reminding us that even in highly mechanized and closely monitored processes, human and mechanical errors can produce artifacts of tremendous interest and worth. Collectors and investors recognize that owning such a coin is not just about the monetary value but also about possessing a piece of history that encapsulates the quirks and unpredictability inherent in the coin-making process, offering a tangible connection to the past and to the craftsmanship behind American currency. The coin's value is also amplified by its exceptional condition. Despite the errors, many surviving examples of this 1990 1-cent show minimal signs of wear, indicating that they were quickly recognized by numismatists and preserved carefully. Adding a premium to the coin's price's pristine condition combined with rarity creates the perfect storm for value appreciation. Furthermore, the story of this coin has been magnified by media coverage, collector anecdotes, and the excitement generated at auctions, where bidding wars have driven the price upwards, reflecting not only the intrinsic worth of the coin itself but also the psychological and emotional factors that fuel the collectibles market. The allure of owning something that defies expectations, a penny that is normally considered a low-value everyday item, transformed into a $1-million artifact because of its unusual flaws, captures the imagination and inspires both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. The 1990 1-cent has become a symbol of how minute mistakes can lead to monumental consequences in the world of numismatics, illustrating the principle that rarity and uniqueness are key drivers of value in collectible markets, and showing how a simple penny, through a series of small, unintended errors, can transcend its humble origins to become a masterpiece of monetary rarity. This coin has also sparked interest in the possibilities of error coin collecting as a whole, encouraging enthusiasts to pay closer attention to subtle variations and anomalies that could hide within ordinary coin batches, potentially uncovering future treasures waiting to be discovered. Moreover, the 1990 1-cent story encourages a broader appreciation for the complexity and artistry involved in coin minting, reminding us that each coin is a product of precise engineering but also subject to the occasional imperfection that can transform it into something extraordinarily valuable. In the landscape of modern coin collecting, where rare historical coins often command attention and high prices, the 1990 1-cent stands out as a modern marvel, bridging the gap between past traditions and contemporary market dynamics, serving as a testament to how the convergence of error, rarity, and demand can elevate an otherwise common object into the realm of priceless collectibles. For investors, this coin represents a fascinating asset, combining tangible historical significance with the potential for future appreciation, making it not just a collectible but a smart addition to diversified portfolios that include alternative investments. Enthusiasts often speculate on whether similar errors will appear in future coin productions or if the 1990 1-cent remains a unique phenomenon, further adding to its mystique and desirability as a one-of-a-kind collectible. Its impact extends beyond just numismatics, inspiring artists, historians, and even economists to consider how value can be assigned to items that bear the marks of human error, sparking debates about the nature of rarity, the role of mistakes in creation, and the unexpected ways value can emerge from imperfection. The coin's legacy is also maintained through numerous exhibitions, scholarly articles, and dedicated collector communities that continuously share information and celebrate its unique place in coin history, ensuring that its story is passed on to future generations who might one day uncover their own hidden treasures. In sum, the 1990 1-cent is far more than just a piece of metal. It is a convergence of errors, rarity, historical context, and market forces that together create a numismatic gem worth millions of dollars, capturing the fascination of anyone who appreciates the beauty of imperfection and the thrill of discovery in the world of coin collecting.